Oh, Tazaria.
And
That's Tazaria.
and
You live?
Yeah, with
That's Captain Tazaria. First brief. Oh, snap.
Rabal Kaya, Banyauda Banyashala. Yahaba Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Layashala.
Layashala.
Turn that side over.
Yeah, boy. We got a lot of work to do after we finish paying this guy.
Oh, God.
Go ahead, y'all want to take it?
Kokan. And with that, Amayim, which means to stand.
It's called the Bible Hub app.
Yeah,
Then you go to interlinear. All right, go ahead.
Amayim, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. Upanya Hakudam, which means to face towards east. Now we're going to say the Lord. We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer in the Lashwan Kodash. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Sabbath, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalano, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Basalakano, Kabawakno, Kasalakno, Kawawathino, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayano, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayano, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wataparak, La'aywalamya, Aman.
Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Next up, we got the power prayer. Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushah, Nathalano, Haka, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Makala, Kal Manawa, Haka, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Haka, Lahakuyim, Hamathium, Haka, Arwakawa, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the water. Aman.
Now we're going to do the power prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers.
The
power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Is the microphones on?
God, that should be.
Hold on a second.
Testing.
Y'all hear it? Okay.
Did you want one of these?
No, y'all can hear us, right?
Come.
I just want to make sure that the stream's getting it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, is the streams getting it? Can y'all hear us online? Yeah, I got you. I just ain't no sweat. They need to know the Hebrew too.
This is the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha Allah, Wahabayath, Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, the water. Amen.
All right, now we're going to do the Bless Israel prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahawashi, bless us, and Israel, and the school, in the name of Yahawashi, thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Now we got Psalm chapter 121 in the Hebrew. Asha, Ayanya, Ahahariam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'am, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayim, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashar Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Athka, Wabawa'aka, Mayatha, Wa'aid, Iwalam.
Now we're going to do the Psalms 121 prayer in the English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He would not, Salakia. He would, he that keepeth thee. Oh, Salakia. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forward and even forevermore. Hey, is there a way we can get some more light? Or am I tripping? Hold on. No, you good. But
Turn on the backlights.
Yeah, turn on the backlights. Because I can't see. Can you see?
It's a little dark.
I can't, like, there we go. Okay.
This is Psalm chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Thacharash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awayabyaka, Yahamayawan, Wamashanayaka, Nashawa, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Yaira Yamwa, Sawad, Wayataya Tazawa.
You gotta slow down for everybody, bro.
It's like Wayataya Tazawa. There you go. Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakahidam, Magalia, Walaa, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, Lab, Yakadwa, Alyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahalia, Adawam, Wa Yashamayaliam, Mawaaba, Wahagariam, Gabal, Wa Imawan, Wa Imalak, Palashah, Mishabia, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aisha Laham, Kamadyan, Kasaya Sara'ah, Kayabyan, Banachol, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayamawa, Kairab, Wakazabah, Wakazabak, Wakatazalmanai, Kal Nasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarawa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Braha, Kaash, Tabaira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Thalahat, Hariam, Kantaradapma, Basa Iraka, Wabasawa Pathka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Ayaid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Alyawan, Alkoha, Arataza.
Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer the Psalm 83 in English. 1 second. Hey, this died, bro.
Here, this one's kind of red too.
It's red too?
Yeah.
Is there batteries charging?
It don't automatically turn off, do it?
I don't know.
Test 1, 2.
But I got battery charger. Batteries died. We the house of the Lord. Everything lives. Everything lives here. No batteries or no battery charger.
No battery. There's a battery charger right here. So like this.
I gotta bring the other two from home. All right. Well, keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O
Be
God.
not still.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted. Against thy hidden one.
Against thy hidden one.
They have said.
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from
And
being
let
a
us-
nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Israelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab
of Moab
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal
Gabal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur has also joined with them.
Assur has also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kasan,
at the brook of Kisan,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make
their
their
nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb,
and like Zeid.
and like Zeid.
Yea,
Yea.
all their princes as Zabah
All
their
the
princes
princes
as
of
Zabah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zalmunna,
who said,
who
let us take to
Let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the houses of God in
the
possession.
houses of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
As the stubble before the wind.
as the fire burneth the wood,
As the fire burneth the wood.
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame.
that they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Art the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
All right, now we got the blessings prayer in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayak Yahweh.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapyam.
Ha Alawapim.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kaya Yolyam.
Ha Kaya Yolyam.
Wa Ha Akwathim.
Wa Ha Akwathim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Amen.
Amen. All right, now we're going to do that blessing prayer in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And
the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captain.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And
the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right, with that, Sar, face front.
Hey, you see this? You took the batteries out, put them on the charger. These? With that, we can mashabia, which means to sit. All right, hey, shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shah, brother thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemar, Alathan, Bahashim, Yahweh Sai to all the sisters. We're the ISUPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. All right, we've been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the truth of the Bible since 1969. All right, truth of the Bible, y'all are the Israelites. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and their women, y'all are the Israelites. Y'all are the Lord's chosen people. The ones that's supposed to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, right? The ones that's supposed to be keeping the Lord's heritage here on earth. That's right, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing. And that's what you're seeing right here in front of you. This is the Lord's heritage. You know what I mean? You know how people go to church on Sunday? Huh? No, I got it. I got it. Where's the bag at? Bet. You know how people go to church on Sunday? Well, they're keeping another person's culture, another nation's culture, right? The Lord said he wants the Sabbath day to be holy, which is today, 7-day Sabbath, right? Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. It's a Sabbath day, right? You're supposed to get all your work done during the week, and then on the Sabbath day is supposed to be your day of rest, your day that you know what I mean, do whatever you need to do, because we're here in captivity. We're here in captivity, and the oppressor is the devil, and he will make you work 7 days a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a holy convocation. People are supposed to be here. You dig what I'm saying? And give yourselves a hand, because y'all are here. That's right. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all taking the first step. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all taking the first step and fighting that demon to say, oh, I want to stay at home, and oh, I don't want to go to class, and I don't want to go to, you know what I mean? And you can't. You dig what I'm saying? You understand that? Mm-hmm. All right. Go ahead, Ayala. You got it. Take it away.
Exodus chapter 25 and verse 32 in the Hebrew. Washa.
You said 25 and 32?
Con.
35.
Oh, 35. Salakia. Exodus chapter 35 and verse 22.
32.
32. Salakia.
25 and 32.
Exodus chapter 35 and verse 32.
Hey, turn that tablet on. Let me see.
Wala Sab.
Oh, my bad. Let me, I got it mixed up. Exodus 25 and 32. Slack. Exodus 25 and 32. Yeah, that's where we left off last time.
Exodus chapter 25 and verse 32. Washasha Kanayam Washayam ayam, wataza,
Ayam.
ayam, wataza, ayam, my
Matazad-yam.
matazayam, shalasha, kanaya, manaraf,
Manara.
manara, mashada,
Matazada.
matazada, ha 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 ha
Ha'achad.
ha kad,
Mhm.
wa shal wa shalasha,
Mhm.
kanaya, manara, mashada,
Matazada.
matazada,
Hashanya.
hashanya. Verse 33. Shalasha,
Mhm.
ka ga
Gabayam.
kabayam,
Okay, Gabayam.
kabayam, ma maash
Mashquadyam.
mashakwayam, bakanaya, had ka kapadar, ha hapara,
Wapara.
waparath, washalasha, kabayam, ma ma
Mashquadyam.
ma mashakayam, bakanaya, ha'akad, kapa kapadar, kap kapadar, wapara, khan, lasha shat, hakanayam,
Tablet dead?
ha hayashayam, mayam, hamanara. Verse 34.
Yeah, the one's on your side.
Waba manara, harba
Well, plug that in for us real quick. I just don't understand why everything's dead around here.
Where's the truck? I got it. Just
Oh.
Passing on your legs, bro. My bad, bro. I apologize, man.
It's fine.
So verse 34.
So like, how do I say this?
What's wrong?
Arbar
Arabai.
harabai kabayam masha kan
Mashquadyam.
masha quadium kapadar
Kapatara.
kapadara wapara
Waparahya.
waparahya. Verse 35. Wakapadar, the hot shanaya hokanayam maya maya mana wakapadar, the hot sanaya hakanayam my Salaki, how do I say this?
Which one you wrong?
My
Which word? Which word? Of the same?
gone.
It's Mamana.
Mamana wakapadar, the hot sanaya hakanayam mamana lasai sat lashashat hakanayam haya shayam.
Taza.
Oh,
Taza. That little thing that looks like a Y is a taza. So it's Haya Taza Ayam.
waya taza ayam mayam
That's just Mana.
mana Ham
Menorah.
Haman-Ra.
Yeah, menorah. Menorah.
Haman-Ra. Verse 36. Kappa
Dariyaham.
Dariyam. Waka Dum. Mamana. Wayahaya. Kala. Makasha. Ahat. Sahab. Daha war. Verse 37. Wa'ashaita. Aita. Na Nayara. Naadaya. Sa Shabai. Waha Allah. Aita. Naadar. Narathia. Waha Aya. Waha Ayar. Al Ibar. Panyaha. Panaya. Verse 38. Wamala. Kwafya. Wamada. Daha. Sahab. Daha war.
That's 7 verses, sir. Go ahead and get that in English. You started at Exodus 25 and 32.
Exodus chapter 25 and 32 in the English. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side. Verse 33. 3 bows made like unto almonds, with a knot with a flower, and 1 branch, and 3 bows made like almonds, in the other branch with a knob and a flower. So in the 6 branches that come out of the candlestick. Verse 34. And in the candlestick, Salakia, shall be 4 bows made like unto almonds, with their knobs and their flowers. Verse 35. And there shall be a knob under the 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, and a knob under 2 branches of the same, according to 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick. Verse 36. Their knobs and their branches shall be the same.
Okay. Can they see this menorah?
And they shall like the lamps,
On the screen.
therefore, thereof, Slakia, that they may give light over against it. Verse 38. And the tongues thereof, and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold. Verse 39.
No, that's where we read it
Oh.
to in the English. You want to break that down, sir?
Yeah, that's what the Lord is instructing us. The Lord is instructing us about the menorah.
Right.
Notice that it says a candlestick, right, which is the middle.
Right.
It's a candlestick. You start off with 1, then it says 3 come out of each side, so it comes out to 7. That's how you get 7, because it's a candlestick with 3 extras coming out on both sides.
Branches. Right. With branches. With bowls. Right. Because the bowls will hold
The candle.
it will hold the candle. Right. Where do y'all know where this was made famous at? We've always had it, and we always had it to be a part of our culture.
Christmas?
No.
Oh.
Huh?
Hanukkah.
Say it again, sis. Hanukkah. The rededication, because they lit the candles, right? And it stays lit for 7 days. Y'all remember that?
No concert.
A candle a day. You know what I mean? So that we rededicate the temple and we do the dedication of a piece of dedication 7 days, right?
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? And every day we teach class, we have that the candles got to be lit. You dig what I'm saying? This is our culture. This is our culture. This is what the Lord gave to us, so we can have something separate from the whole earth. So we won't have to celebrate Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving and all these different wicked days that they have out here. We can have our own days, our own thing, something that we do for ourselves. You know what I mean? With each other. That way, when I look at another black man or Hispanic man or Native American man, we have the same common. We have the same common culture, same common ancestors, same common tongue. You understand that?
Right.
That's all a part of a culture, of a heritage, of an inheritance. You know what I mean? Just think about you, your brothers, and your sisters. You think about you and your brothers and your sisters if y'all have them, right? Your parents, they make you, your brother, and your sister, and y'all grow up together, right? And then y'all have kids, and then they grow up together. Then they have kids, and they grow up together. Then they get to telling stories about their great grandparents, their common ancestor. Well, our common ancestor just goes back longer, thousands and thousands of years ago, with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And then we want to come from one of those 12 sons, right?
Come.
You understand that? That's our history. That's our heritage. That's our culture. And that's something that we should be taking serious. But when we say, "Oh man, forget about the past and slavery and all that," we're taking a dump on our ancestors. Everything that they went through, everything that happens. You understand that? Go ahead, Ayala. You have something to say?
Yeah, it also says in verse 38 where it says, "And the tongs thereof and the snuff dishes shall be of pure gold." Obviously, we're in our captivity, but in the kingdom, when we not po, you'll see the snuff dish is actually like the dish that's supposed to catch all like the residue from the wax or whatever kind of falls off of the candlestick, and then the tongs that are used to, to handle it, all made out of gold too. So it's actually being real specific with how the candlestick is made and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about, with the knops and the flowers and all that. So it has a certain design to go by. So like that's all I wanted to add to it, because it actually kind of finishes off the next two verses once we get into that it's made out of pure gold. It says to use a talent of pure gold to make it. You know what I'm saying? So in the kingdom, you can expect to see it like that.
Because I'm gonna make sure it's pure gold.
Right.
I like gold. You know where my chains at? You know what I mean? We're gonna be in there stunned, like, yo, you see this gold? And menorah ain't gonna be small like this. Yeah, I'm gonna have me a life-size menorah, the size of me. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, yeah. We gonna do it like that. Do it big then. You know what I'm talking about? Real talk. That's how we gonna do it. That's how you gonna know you where Kabar be at. You know what I'm talking about? We into the neighborhood. You know what I'm talking about? We got a menorah, life-size menorah. Like, oh, hey, Kabar must be around here somewhere. You know it. Go ahead, bro.
Exodus chapter 25, verse 39 in the Hebrew. Kakar, Sahab, Dahawar, Ya'asha, Ota, Aita, Kal, Hakalayam, Hakalam, Ha'ala. Verse 40. Wara.
Mara.
What? Could you say that again?
Wara.
Wara. Ah. Wa'asha.
Yep.
Ba. Da. Ba da.
Banyatam.
Ba da.
Bata banyatam.
Ba da. Ba da. Adam. Ashar. Ata. Mara'ah. Bahar. Verse 41.
That's next chapter.
Also like yeah. Exodus chapter 26 and verse 1.
You read through verse 5.
Wa'at hama wamashakam hamashakan the ashar wa miyarai at wayarai ata shasha mashazar what the kalat wahar gamayan what laat shanaya ka karaya bayam ma'asha hashab da'asha kashab da'asha odam. Verse 2. Orak haya raya ha'ahat ha'akat shamanaya washariam ba'ama warahab harbai ba'ama haraya ha'akad maida aha laka harayat hayarat hayaif. Verse 3. Hamash hayarayat if dahayaya habarat ashaya al hahada hakata wahamash ayarayat kabarath haisha al akada. Verse 4. Wa'ashayta wa'ashayaf lala'af the kalat al shapat hayaraya hakat ha'akat salakia my kasha makwataza baha barat wakan da'asha baisha payat baishapa hayraya hakataza mana bama barat hashanat. Verse 5. Ha basham lalaat kamashim la'af da'asha raya ha'akat wakamashim Lalawat, Da'asha, Baikasha,
Bakwataza.
Bakataza, Salakia, Ha, Rai,
Yeah, just one letter at a time. Ha, ya, ra, ya,
Ha, Ya,
ra,
Ra,
ya,
Ayata, Ashar, Bama, Barat,
Mm-hmm.
Hasha, not
Hashanya.
Hashanyath, Maka, Bailat, Halalaat, Aisha, Al, Ha, Ha, Da.
Mm-hmm. All right, now go ahead and read that in the English.
Hey, you know the logo to the tablet for the StreamYard?
Exodus chapter 25 and verse 39. Of
In the browser.
a talent of pure gold shall he make it with all these vessels. Verse 40. And look that thou make them after their pattern, which was sold thee in the mount. Verse 26. Chapter 26 and verse 21. Verse 1. Moreover, thou shalt make the tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine thin linen, and blue and purple and scarlet with cherubims of cunning work shalt thou make them. Verse 2. The length of one curtain shall be 8 and 20 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits. And every one of the curtains shall have one measure. Verse 3. The 5 curtains shall be coupled together one to another, and other 5 curtains shall be coupled one to another. Verse 4. And thou shalt make loops of blue upon the edge of the one curtain, from the selvage in the coupling, and likewise shalt thou make in the uttermost edge of another curtain, in the coupling of the second. Verse 5. 50 loops shalt thou make in the one curtain, and 50 loops shalt thou make in the edge of the curtain that is in the coupling of the second, that the loops may take hold one of another.
All right, now go back to the Hebrew. I'm going to read from verse 6 through 12.
Gone. Exodus chapter 26 and verse 6 in the Hebrew. Wa'ashata
Ayath.
ayath. Wa'ashayath. Kamashyam.
Quarasya.
Karasya. Sahab. Wahab.
Wakabarath.
Wabhakabrayath.
Mm-hmm.
Aita. Hayarayath. Aisha. Al. Ahata. Bakarashim. Wahaya. Wahaya. Hamashakam. Ahad.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. Wahashaita. Wa'ashayath. Yarayath. Hazayam. La'ahal. Hal. Hamashakan. Hashafya. Hashra. Hasharah. Yarayat. Da'ashah. Otan. Verse 8. Orak. Hayaraiha. Ha'akat. Salasham. Ba'amah. Warahab. Arba. Harbai. Ba'amah. Hayaraya. Hahakat. Maida. Ahat. La'ashtai. La'ishathia. Hashaira. Yarayat. Aita. Verse 9. Wahabarda. Aita. Hamash. Wayarayat. Labad. Wayat. Wa'ath. Shasha. Wayarayat. Labad. Wakabalda. Wakapala. Aita. Salakia. Haya. Raya. Hashashat. Al. Mal. Mawal. Panya. Wahahal. Verse 10. Wa'ashaita. Hamasham. Kamasham. Lalawat. Al. Shapath. Hayaraya. Ha'akat. Hakai Shana. Bahabarat. Ha'amasham. Lalawat. Al. Shapat. Hayaraya. Hahabarat. Hashanat. Verse 11. Wahashata. Kasha. Karasya. Nahasha. Kamasham. Wahabata. Aita. Hakarasham. Balalaat. Wayahabadite. Wakabar Yath. Aita. Ha. Hal. Wahaya. Ayad. Akkad. Salakia. Verse 12. Washara. Ha'adab. Ha'idab. By Prayat. Ha'ahal. Hashaya. Hayaraya. Ha'idab. Path. Daishara. Al. Ahor. Akarya. Hamashakan.
All right, go ahead and read that in English.
Exodus chapter 26 and verse 6. And thou shalt make 50 taches of gold, and couple the curtains together with the taches, and it shall be one tabernacle. Verse 7. And thou shalt make curtains of goat hair to be covering upon the tabernacle. 11 curtains shalt thou make. Verse 8. The length of one shall be 30 cubits, and the breadth of one curtain 4 cubits. And the 11 curtains shall be all measured,
Of one measure.
shall be all of one measure. Salakia. Verse 9.
Hold on. Does everybody understand this? I know you don't understand the measurements because we don't use cubits and shit like that. A cubit would be from like your here to your elbow. About. That'd be a cubit. But y'all understand what's taking place right now about the tabernacle? You say y'all don't understand. It's talking about the tabernacle and how to decorate the tabernacle.
Yeah, like the walls and stuff, right?
It's basically giving them instruction on how to make a temple, a worship place, and how to decorate it. That's basically what it's talking about. That's why if you go down or up, when they start talking about the curtains and what color it should be and all that. You know what I mean? The tabernacle with 10 curtains of fine twin linen and blue and purple and scarlet with cherubims, the cunning work shall, you know what I mean? So it's telling them to have like ornaments.
And that they connect with the loops. It's talking about the 50 loops on the edge of one.
You dig what I'm saying? It's just like it's just telling them how to decorate the temple with curtains and make sure this color and that color and you know what I mean with cherubims and you know what I mean. Like it's basically it's telling them how to decorate the temple. You know what I mean? Because if they were going to decorate the temple and how they thought about the temple, they was going to make it African. They was going to make it like Egypt.
Yeah, like imagine the curtains going around the school and having like ancient Hebrew prayers on them and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they connect together. Like they was explaining, you making 5 of them with the same measurements. What they say, 20 by 4 or 30 by 4 or something like that.
You're on the wrong path. Think about it. When we left Egypt, we went to the wilderness, right? They were trying to go back to Egypt and do everything like Egypt, like they were in Egypt. Just like when we come in here, we're trying to do everything like the Christian church. That's where our mind state is at. Because we're coming out of that into this. They were coming out of Egypt into a wilderness, into a whole new place where they have to make their own and do their own thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just like us, when we go, we're going to have to do our own thing. We're going to have to understand our own thing. But they didn't have these records to look back into and see, oh man, with blue and purple and scarlet and cherubims and make sure they have rings to connect and you know what I mean? They decorated with this and decorated with that. They didn't have the understanding of a menorah. So when they was getting taught this, or when they was reading this, they was like, a candlestick. Okay, and then you gotta put branches. Okay, branches. And then bowls. Okay. And you gotta put candles in the bowls. You know what I mean? They're getting their culture firsthand from God.
Right.
Firsthand. God is telling them to do these things. You know what I mean? Y'all come in here and we're reading the Bible and that. It's just a book. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're getting this from God. You think what I'm saying? Our ancestors are telling us these things like because we were told to write it down and put it in the book for y'all. So now we're reading these things and we don't even know what we're reading. Because we're so lost in the sauce in the world in Christianity. Because when y'all reading this, y'all like, that Christian church ain't got that. So that's what y'all thinking. You know what I mean? You think what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? Y'all not thinking like, oh man, this is a whole different. This is how we supposed to decorate our temple. Y'all thinking like, man, but the Christian church ain't got it, so why should you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You understand that? You understand that? So that's what we cannot do. We cannot come in here and bring the world in here. We have to come in here and put God's name, reputation on here. Right? All right. What's going on?
So like I was just gonna add, these are all commandments too, because there's like 600 plus commandments, and so just like how commandments says not to eat pork or not to commit adultery or not to steal, there's commandments that these are actually part of them too. It's like make the candlestick, make the curtains, decorate the temple like this, because it's all part of the culture. So it's something that should inspire us to want to be more correct, to always want to come more correct and be more like the scriptures, because the more you become like what the scriptures is saying, the less you care about what the world thinks about you, because you know that you're following the Most High's words to the T. That's what this is about. It's about really just purifying the way that we live our life by using the scriptures to be accurate with how we worship the Lord.
Right. What's up, little brother? We ain't got the mic.
It's dead.
You gotta talk loud.
God created the temple how he wanted it, and you don't have to decorate it even more because that's how he wants it, and that's how he has it.
Okay. He said God told us how to decorate the temple, right? Because that's how he wanted it, right? And who are we to disagree with God?
Right.
All right.
I ain't nobody. I'm not gonna disagree. Come, sir, whatever you say. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? But that's the important thing. Is we're relearning a culture. You know what I mean? You went to Passover this year? Right? Next year it'll probably be easier to get to Passover. To this year it was something brand new, foreign. You didn't know nothing about nothing, how to get there, what to do, right?
Right.
Next year it'll probably be a little bit easier, right? Then the year after that it's probably gonna be a little bit easier, right? And the year after that it's gonna be like second nature, like shit, man. I did this about this my so that's how we measure our years. How many years you been here? Well shit, this is my fourth Passover, fifth Passover, so 5 Passovers. You know what I mean? Right. That's how we met. About 5 Passovers. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how old is you? I'm this old, and I'll be this old in this month. Nah, how old is you? Well, I'm about 35 winters. You know, you know what I mean? I didn't be here, but I just seen about 35 winters. You know what I mean? I don't remember my first one, but I know I was there though. You know what I mean? You understand?
So they measure it in moons, right?
Yeah, because that's our culture. You know what I mean? We're not exact with anything. You know what I mean? When the Lord said for 1,000 years, you know what I mean? One day for me is 1,000 years for you. It don't mean a literal 1,000 years. It means a long dispensation of time. You know what I mean? How long you been here, bro? I've been here for a minute. Has he really been there for a minute? But he's been there for a long dispensation of time, right?
Right.
That's what we talking. You know what I mean? That's our culture. That's our culture. We use our culture today. We just don't pay attention to it because, you know what I mean? We want to be like everybody else. You dig what I'm saying? There's no way I go eat Chipotle when there's El Burrito down the way. Why would I give my money to some fake Mexican food? I can go get some real Mexican food. You know what I mean? They ain't even got menudo at Chipotle. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm talking about? You understand? And what Barack y'all say when he come here every hey man, we going to that Mexican restaurant? Hell yeah, let's go to the Mexican restaurant, bro. Like, yeah. I told him, I ain't got no money this week. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got you. Let's go. Yeah, I'm on you got if you got me, I'm going. Don't worry about that. You know what I mean? We had major council last week. What we eat? What do we eat from where? El Burrito. You know what I'm talking about? Real talk. I'm down with the culture. We get fried. We'll go get some fried chicken.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. That's what we on.
That's in the Bible too, fried chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Complain.
You didn't know that? Hey, you did. We went over it on a piece of unleavened bread. Yep. The bird mingled with flour and oil. I know. I don't know too many things, but I know what fried chicken is. A bird mixed with flour and oil. That is fried chicken. Yeah. I don't know what. Look, brother.
Barbacoa is in the Bible.
It is?
It's like beauty.
It is?
Yeah. That makes sense.
I know.
That makes
So
sense.
we like it. I like birria tacos. Quesadilla. I need to get Yeah, I got you. All right, y'all ready? Is that it? Is that it for you, right? Read some more? Go ahead.
Verse 9, and thou shalt couple 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves, and thou shalt double the 6 curtains in front in the forefront of the tabernacle. Verse 10, and thou shalt make 50 loops on the edge of the one curtain that is outmost in the coupling, and 50 loops in the edge of the curtain which couple in the second. Verse 11, and thou shalt make 50 taches of brass, and put them into the loops, and couple the tent together, that it may be one. Verse 12, and the remnant that remaineth of the curtain of the tent, the half curtain that remaineth, shall hang over the backside of the tabernacle. That's it.
It's a tent. The
Yeah.
curtains build a tent.
Yeah.
Like a big old teepee, basically.
Yeah, tabernacle.
Mhm.
But so what was like? We talking about the Feast of Tabernacles, right?
Mhm.
What were they doing? What were they living in?
Tents.
In tents.
Yeah.
This is just a big ass tent. We got little tents with houses and shit like that, but this is the big ass tent with the meeting place.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all ever see any of these old movies, right? Like the Viking movies, they have little houses, but then they have the hall.
Yeah.
Where everybody go meet at. They have big ass dinners and shit. You know what I mean? That's the hall. The town town hall, town square, the meeting place. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the temple was used for. The temple was also used for meeting places. The temple was used for like classes. The temple was used for feast days. It was used just like we use it. You know, back in hold your point one time. 1 second. You know, back in the day when they had the I don't want to equate the temple to the church, right? But back in the day when during the civil rights movement, where would they meet at? That's it. They'll meet at the church. At the big community. First AME Baptist Church. That's why they're so big. Because all the black people in the community will go to that church and they'll meet up and, okay, we're going to do this tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're going to meet up at this place and we're going to march all the way over here to do this and do that. All right, we're going to come up. Okay, well, we're not going to use the bus system no more. We're going to boycott their bus system. You dig what I'm saying? That was the meeting spot. I don't want to equate that with the church, but that's how things are done. And the Lord is giving us a meeting place.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got y'all little houses now. Y'all ain't got to meet out in the middle of y'all houses no more. Well, make a tent. Make a big ass tent. The tent needs to be this big. The curtains need to be this big with this big. Couple them together with this and that. And you know, you understand? You understand, Paul?
Huh.
I know you understand because you be with me, so you smart. Yeah, y'all understand that though. That's the gist of it. He's teaching us. The Lord is teaching us how to be our own entity.
Mm-hmm.
So where we won't need to want to go back to Egypt and you know what I mean, and won't need to go back to this and that. Everybody else on the earth, they have to find something. They do it, and then they have to come up with a plan and this and that and this. We didn't have to do that. All we have to do was listen to the Lord. That's it.
Right.
That's it. That's all we had to do was listen to God. Did we ever do that? No, we didn't. That's why we're here today. That's why now when something happens and you have to go to the white man, he makes you jump through hoops. Because we didn't listen to God. That's the whole reason. Because we want to smoke cigarettes. Because we want to smoke weed. Because we want to be drunkards. Because we want to go whore our sisters. Because we wanted to do these things that the other nations was doing. When the Lord gave us rules not to do it. So like any good father, he smacks us on the behind. He smacks us on the behind. You ever got a whooping?
Yeah.
Because you wasn't listening right. I know that's what the Lord doing to us. Because we don't like to listen. And we don't like to do the simple things. There's simplicity in Christ. It's not hard. It's not. You know what I mean? It's because of our own lust and our own agenda and our own pride that we don't want to do what we do. So our judgment comes in the form of captivity. Our judgment comes in the form of marriage, of you marrying a 304. You know what I mean? It comes into our sisters all being 304s now. Nobody cares about body count. I watched a video yesterday where a sister said, if the guy uses a condom, the body don't count. What in the world?
Right.
So she got 100 bodies, and they just don't count because they all use condoms. That's what I'm saying. That's the world we have to live in now because we dropped the ball. We're supposed to be ruling these days. The other nations supposed to be looking at us and be like, man, we're gonna follow them in their righteousness. We're not gonna sell drugs. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do that. But the reason why because they look at us like, nigga, y'all the Lord's people, but y'all don't do shit. Y'all ain't shit. That's why when we go out to camp, you call. Who's the one people that be like, man, we respect what y'all doing?
It'd be white folks.
Other nations.
Yeah.
It don't never be our people. Our people like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all stupid.
Mm-hmm.
What? You racist. You just hate and full of hate. And the white people be like, man, I understand what y'all talking about. I get it. Mm-hmm. Y'all want to get y'all people off drugs. Y'all want to get y'all people off them corners. Y'all want to get y'all people to be what they supposed to be, and that's the Lord's chosen people, the greatest people on the planet. I understand it. But our people just don't want to do it because they want to follow after everybody else. And when we get later on in the Bible, we're gonna see that with King David with King Saul. The Lord gave us judges and Gideon, but in Gideon, you know what I mean? The Lord gave us judges in the time of Ruth and all that, right? Gave us judges like Boaz, you know what I mean? But we said, no, we want a king like the other nations. So he gave us a king. You understand? The Lord didn't intend for us to have a king. But the other nations had kings, so we wanted to be like the other nations, so we begged them for a king. It's crazy, right? I'm just saying. What's up, little brother?
Like the white people is dumb because like you know the FBI when they say FBI open up and then like they bust down the door,
Right?
And then they shoot somebody with the gun, and then
right,
and then they do not know that they do not even know that if they might be like a work of a place where like when they look at the gas station and then they kill somebody,
right.
And then the boss, and then
I understand. I understand what you mean. Police be shooting innocent people, right? Hard-working people that don't need to be shot, right? But then meanwhile, Dylan Ruth Thorne goes shoot up a Christian church, a black Christian church, and this nigga get Burger King. They take him to Burger King. If that was a black man, they would have shot him dead right then and there. He would have never even made it to Burger King. They would have arrested him, put him in the back, and then they would have beat him senseless. Then dropped him off in the KKK neighborhood after dark. Sundown towns. I understand what you're talking about. And that's why we have to listen to the Lord.
Right.
Because if we don't listen to the Lord, more of that happens. Police shoot us down. Innocent people. What's up?
I just wanted to add, because, when we were talking about these tents, one of the things that Israel did after coming out of Egypt was we ended up wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. So we were on the move. Right. The thing about these tents and the tabernacles and the design of it is to be able to be mobile, not to really compare it exactly, but it kind of reminds me of, like, you ever seen the movie Troy or the Rise of Empires, the Ottomans, or any of them. Basically, any of them shows that kind of depict things back then where you had armies that were on the move. They would have like a main base where the commander would be at, right? And it would be a tent that was set up where like the leadership was at. But Israel, obviously, this is different because this is a place of worship, right? But Israel was on the move, and so the tent's design was to where we'd be able to move it around how we need to, just like how a tent would be for like a family. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so this kind of reminds me of that same thing in the design and all of it. It seems like it's for a specific space, like a special space.
You know what it reminds me of? Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Yeah.
Because we on the run, and you got to break it down real quick and get to going. Boop, 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 boop. Fold the curtains up, hey, and get to going. It ain't nothing for 100,000 people.
It's like but you remember on because you seen the Ottomans, right?
Yeah.
And the way they had them thick curtains that surrounded the whole tent, like you know what I'm saying, like we're decorated. They, you know what I'm talking about, like they went all out with that stuff.
Nigga, wartime.
Yeah.
They use that. They use that in Rome when Rome used to go to war. That's what they used. They used to set up that big tent. You feel me? And that's where the generals and shit used to come into the war council. What y'all talking about? They wasn't doing this back then. But the Lord told us to do it. Now everybody want to do it.
They copied us. Yeah.
They do it. They do it now. When America goes to another country to go to war, they set up a base of operations and they start setting up tents. Boom, 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 boom. It's not like as feeble as it was back then, because now they got all this technology. But they start setting up tents. You know what I mean? Big, and set up cots where everybody live at, and then they got his quarters and their quarters. Then they got a big meeting place where they go, and they call the communications room.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't never been in the military, but I've seen enough movies.
And if they stay there long enough, then they actually build stuff like with wood and metal and all that.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk, real talk. But this is the first instance of it. Because we're the shit. We're the shit. There's no way I can. There's no other way I can say it, huh? Most High in Christ. But because we're the shit. All right. Okay. All right. Is that it on that?
Go on.
All right. With that, Imagine, you next. Is he coming in or he's gonna sit outside? Oh, Officer David was with him? All right. Present thyself.
You call Allah ban Yashkar ban Yasha Allah.
You call Yahweh ban Yashikar ban Yasha Allah.
Yahweh Bashem Yasha Bakdam.
Yahweh Bashem Yasha Barakatah.
What you got four of them, John?
Yeah.
All right, with that, Mishabia. Oh, everybody didn't have to stand up. When we bring a new priest up and take the new priest down, you just keep coming in. What do you think?
Oh, where he left off at?
I think.
He stopped at 12, so he's just going to continue 13 and.
Okay, 26:13. Come on. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 26, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Waha'amar. Salakia. Waha'ama. Maza. Waha'ama. Maza. Ba'ai dab. Ba'arat rak. Yaraya. Aith. Salakia. Al. Yachaya. Sarah. Wath. Al. Tazadaya. Hamasha Khan. Maza. Wamaza. Lakasa Tawa. Verse 14. Wa I Shayath Makasa La'a Hall Irath Ayalam Ma'ada, select Ma'ada Mayum. Wamakasa Irath. Thakashayam. Malama Aila. Verse 15. Wa Aishayath. Atha. Hakwarashayam. Lamashakan. Itazaya. Shatayam. Imadayam. Verse 16. Ishar. Amawath. Arak. Hakwarash. Wa'ama. Watha. Tazaya. Ha'ama. Rakab. Hakwarash. Ha'athad. Verse 17. Shataya. Ya. Salakia. Yadawath. Lakwarash. Ha'athad. Ha'achad. Mashalath. Asha. Al. Achatha. Kan. Tha'ai. Shah. Lakal. Kwarashaya. Hamasha Khan. Verse 18. Wa Aishayath. Atha. Hakwarashayam. Lamashakan. Aisharayam. Kwarash. Lapayath. Naga. Ba. Thayamana. Verse 19. Wa ara by ayam. Adina. Kasab. The Aisha. The Kath. Aisha Rayam. Hakwarash. Shanaya. Ara Nayam. So Adonai Rayam. Thakath. Hakwarash. Ha'akar. Lashathaya. Yada Thayach. It's like Yada Yawa. Washanaya. Adanayam. Thakath. Akwarash. Ha'akar. Lashathaya. Yada Thayawa. Verse 20. Wala Tazalai. Hamashaikan. Hashanayath. Lapa'ath. Tazapa. One. Aisha Rayam. Kwarash. Verse 21. Wa'a ra ba ayam. Adanaya ham. Kasap. Shanaya. Adanayam. Thakath.
Hakwarash. Ha'akad. Washanaya. Adanayam. Thakath. Hakwarash. Ha'akad. Verse 22. Walaya ra kathaya. Hamasha kan. Yama. Tha'ai sha. Shasha. Kwarashayam. Verse 23. Washa naya. Kwarayash. Kwarashayam. Tha'aisha. Lama kwa taza aith. Hasha select Hamasha Khan. Bayara ka thayam. Verse 24. Waya haya yawa. Mayam. Malama ta. Waya ha dawa. Yahayawa. Thamayam al Ra'amawa. Salaga. Shawa. Allah. Hata by Aith. Hata by Aith. Ha'a Kath. Khan. Yahweh. Lashana Yaw. It's like Lashana Ya Ham. Yahaya. Lashanaya Ham. Lashanaya Hama Kwa Taza Ath. Select Hama Kwataza Aith. Yahayawa. Verse 25. Wahayawa. Shama Na. Kwara Shayam. Wa'a da na Yaham. Kasab. Shasha. Aishar. Adanayam. Shanaya. Adanayam. Zakath. Hakwarash. Ha'akad. Washanaya. Adanayam. Zakath. Hakwarash. Ha'akad. Verse 26. Wa'aishayath. Bara ya kam. Aitazaya. Shatayam. Kama sha. Lakwa rai. Select. Lakwa rashaya. Tazala. Select. Tazalai. Hamasha kan. Ha'a kad.
That's 14 verses, sir. He was in verse 13 when we started.
Come on. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 26, verse 13 in the English. And a cubit on the one side and a cubit on the other side of that which remaineth in the length of the curtains of the tent. It shall hang over the sides of the tabernacle on this side and on that side to cover it. Verse 14. And thou shalt make a covering for the tent of ram skin dyed red, and a covering above of badger skins. And thou shalt make boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood, standing up. Verse 16. 10 cubits shall be the length of a board, and a cubit and a half shall be the breadth of one board. Wow. Verse 17. 2 tenons shall there be in one board, set in order one against another. Thus shalt thou make for all the boards of the tabernacle. Verse 18. And thou shalt make the boards.
No. That should make 40. Oh, so like
No. And thou shalt make the boards.
And thou shalt make the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards on the southward. Verse 19. South side southward. Verse 19. And thou shalt make 40 sockets of silver under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his two tenons.
The Lord is very specific. You ever heard those people say, "Well, the Lord didn't put everything in the Bible"? You ever heard the people say that? The Lord is telling us how to make a tabernacle down to the sockets.
Right.
Down to the sockets. The Lord is very, very precise. The only reason why they say that the Lord didn't put everything in the Bible because they're not reading. They're not reading the Bible. When the Lord starts saying this, they like earlier when we was reading it, y'all said, "I don't know." You know what I mean? Y'all was just here in class. You know what I mean? But y'all had to, you know what I mean? You was listening, but you didn't understand it. So they read it. They don't understand what's going on. You think what I'm saying? The Lord is telling us how to make a temple down to the sockets. You know what I mean? Which way this board should face? Southward. You know what I mean? Like it's very, very, very specific. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 20. And for the second side of the tabernacle, on the north side, there shall be 20 boards.
See, look, now on the south side, there should be 40 boards with this many sockets. Now, on the other side, on the north side of the temple, right, it should be this many boards with this many sockets. The Lord ain't playing no games with it. So just in case they was like, "Man, I don't understand," the Lord like, "Look, nigga, how you not understand?" You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you right now, it's 40 boards, you know what I mean, this big on this, you know what I mean? I remember when I was making a camp equipment, we was making a camp equipment. Remember we was making a camp equipment on Yellow One?
Yeah, that's
and we was trying to
schematic.
figure out this board and that board and how long this, and I was just like, "Hey, let's follow the directions." You know what I mean? And
Right.
we looked at the directions, we was like, okay, this board this long, this many boards this long, with this screw, this socket, put it together. Okay. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Step
we got
two.
we got one side down.
Yeah.
Step 2. Yeah. Real talk.
Yeah, that's how the camp sounds was made.
That's how the camp sounds is made, step by step. Real talk. And the Lord is giving us step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. And there are 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under the other board. Verse 22. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, thou shalt make 6 boards. Verse 23. And 2 boards shalt thou make for the corners of the tabernacle in the 2 sides. Verse 24. And they shall be coupled together beneath, and they shall be coupled together above the head of it unto one ring. Thus shall it be for them both. They shall be for the 2 corners. Verse 25. And they shall be 8 boards, and their sockets of silver, 16 sockets, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board.
You know what I'm thinking? Ayala One? I think the Lord is showing them how to make a frame of a wall and put the wall together.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Am I not on point?
So
You know what I mean?
yeah, that's what it is.
They should be coupled together with those rings. The Lord is telling them how to. I'm not gonna say build a house, but basically that's a tabernacle.
It's the tent. Yeah.
Right.
He's basically telling them how to build and make sure the foundation is right. You know what I mean? You understand that?
Tent.
It's crazy. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And thou shalt make bars of smitten wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle. Verse 27. And 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westward.
You want to know something? When we was doing our thing, right? What Officer Dawg said we need? Hey man, we need weather. What was the word he said? Slacker, sir, what's the wood? Weather treated wood. He said we no. For with Jesus could 2x4s for that, but for the bottom we need weather treated wood just in case water gets into them. Right? Read verse 20. We at 26, right?
Come on, sir.
Read verse 26 again.
Verse 26. And thou shalt make bars of a smitten
No,
shittim wood.
a specific type of wood. The Lord, the Lord is telling you, hey, look, you can probably take some regular old wood for this one, but this one, you probably need some shittim wood.
Slacker, sir.
What's going on?
Shittim means acai tree. That's what that is.
A special type of tree for a special type of wood. So you can use oak wood for the rest of it, but for this part right here, you need what tree it is?
Acai.
Acai wood, a special type of tree. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't know this until we started doing our thing here at the school, but we was going to Home Depot, and Officer Dawg was pointing out different types of wood. This is what this wood is for, and this is what this wood is for. See, this wood ain't that strong, but this wood right here is strong. You don't want it to be warped. You don't want it to be chipped. You don't want it to have no holes in it. You want a good piece of wood. To the point where we was looking for the wood, and he was like, you know what? Let's go to another Home Depot because this wood here, all the wood here is just whack. Let's go to a whole nother Home Depot. And we had to go to a whole nother Home Depot just to get some wood. I said, to me, hey, wood is wood. But to somebody that actually works with wood, it's not. It's different. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much, it's probably like me, like I was talking to Officer Canuck yesterday. And it's just like us, we was talking about the trucking thing and how truckers move. You know what I mean? When I figure out I got to go to a new delivery, I try to be there. I try to leave early. I try to route plan, see where I'm going to stop, see what stores is on the way. You know what I mean? That way, if I do need fuel, I can know where to fuel at. I know where to stop and get something to eat at. I know where to do this at. I know if I need to use the restroom. You know what I mean? I try to route plan. And then my delivery point, I want to put up my satellite and open it up so I can see where trucks go in at to where cars go in at, because I don't want to go in where the cars go in at and get stuck, because then I can't get out. Then I got to call the police. The police got to come out there, and then they're going to charge me for coming out there. And then they got to guide me to come out and stop traffic, and it's just a whole hassle. So, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just that I don't work with wood. I work with trucks. It's a difference. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's just like with any type of profession, you have to know what you're doing and what you're working with, right? So the Lord said, I don't want no oak wood for this. I want some shittim wood, a special type of wood. Okay, go ahead.
And thou shalt make bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of the one side of the tabernacle. And I got to go back to the Hebrew, sir.
Lift up. There you go. Keep going.
Keep turning it.
Put your elbow into it.
I tried the other way.
Looks like we got to do it sooner than later.
Well, yeah, you can go back to the Hebrew.
Oh, snap.
Oh, he looks. That's fly.
Yeah, that's tight.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 26, verse 27 in the Hebrew. Wakama Shah Bara Yakam Lakwash Lakwara Shaya Tazalai Hama Shakan Hashanah Yath. It's like Wakama Shah Bara Ya Kham la quara shaya tazalai hamashakan la ya ra ka saya yam yama. Verse 28. Wahabara ya it's like ya. Wahambara yah Hathaya Khan Batha Wak Hakwara Shayam Maba Rak Man Hakwa Taza Allah Hakwa Taza. Verse 29. Wa'ath Hakwa Ra Shayam Taza Pa Zahab Wa'ath Thaba I Thaya Ham Thai Shah Zahab Batha Yam Labara Ya Ham Watazapayath Atha Habara Ya Ham Zahab. Verse 30. Wahakwama Atha Hamashakam. It's like Hamashakan Kamasha Pathawa Ashar Hara Ayath Bahar. Verse 31. Wa I Shayath Parakath Thakalath Wa Ra Ga Man Watha Wala Aith Shanaya Washasha Masha Zor Ma'ai Shah Kashab Ya I Shah Atha Kara Bayam. Verse 32. Wana Tha Atha Al Araba I Ma Wa Daya Shatayam Mataza Payam Zahab Wa Ya Ham Zahab Al Ara by I Adanaya Kasap. Verse 33. Wana Tha Atha Haparakath Thachath Hakwara Sayam Waha Ba'ath Shama Mabayath Laparakath Atha Ara Wan Ha'aida Wath Waha Bada Ya La Hapa Salakia Haparakath Lacham. Bayan. Hakwarash. Salakia. Wabayan. Kwadash. Hapada Shayam. Salakia. Hakwadashyam. Verse 34. Wana Thatha. Atha. Haka Parath. Al. Ara. Wan. Ha'ai. Dath. Bakwadash. Hakwadashayam. Hakwadashyam. Verse 35. Washamath. Atha. Hashala. Khan. Makara. What's that? What's that at the end? Hama Wataza. La Para Kath. Wa'ath. Hamana Ra. Nakath. Nakakach. Salakia. Nakakah. Hashala Khan. Al. Tazalai. Hamashakan. Thayama Na. Wahashala Khan. Tathan. Al. Tazalai. Tazapa. One. Verse 36. Wa'ashayath. Masak. Lapa Thaka. Ha'ahal. Thakalath. Wa'ara Gaman. Slakia. Watha Wala Aith. Shanaya. Washasha. Masha Zar. It's like a Mashazar. Ma'aisha. Ra Kwam. 37, verse 37. Wa'aishayath. Lamasak. Kamasha. Aima Wadaya. It's like it. I need some water.
Which one you at?
Right here. Kamasha. Aima Wadaya. Shatayam. Wataza Payach. It's like Wataza Payath. Atham. Zahab. Waya Ham. Zahab. Waya Taza Path. Waya Taza Quath. Lacham. Kamasha. Adanaya. Nakashath. It's in the back of Ion's car.
I wanted to sit there, but you didn't even say nothing.
I didn't know we had none.
Yeah. No.
It's in the front seat.
Well, Aishayath. Atha. Also like it. Verse Exodus 27, verse 1.
He's gonna read 3 verses.
Come on. Wa Aishayath. Atha. Hama SABBATH. Tazaya. Shatayam. Kamash. Amawath. Arak. Lakamash. So like Wakamash. Amawath. Rahab. Rabawai. Yahaya. Hamazabach. Washalash. Amarach. Kwama Thawa. Verse 2. Wa'aishayath. Ra na the water. Karanath Yawa. Al Ara Bai Pana Yawa. Mama Nawa. Saha Yawa. Quara na Yawa. Watazapa Yath Athawa. Nakashath. Verse 3. Wa'aishayath. Sayara. Sayara. Salakia. Sayarath. That's a tongue twister. Sayarath Yawa. Ladasha Nawa. Waya I Yawa.
Yeah, these some tricky ones.
Wama za ra Yawa. Wama Zala Gath Yawa. Wama Katha Yawa. Lakal Kalayawa. Sa'aisha Nakashath.
That's it. I'm just reading in English.
Was it verse 27? No, verse 26 at the what?
27. Start at verse 27.
Start at verse 27. Chapter 27?
Chapter 26.
Chapter 26, verse 27. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 26, verse 27. And 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the side of the tabernacle for the 2 sides westward. Verse 28. And the middle bar in the midst of the boards shall reach from end to end. Verse 29. And thou shalt overlay the boards with gold, and make their rings of gold for places for the bars. And thou shalt overlay the bars with gold. Verse 30. And thou shalt rear up the tabernacle according to the fashion thereof which was showed thee in the mount. Verse 31. And thou shalt make a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen of cunning work, with cherubims shall it be made. Verse 32. And thou shalt hang it upon 4 pillars of shittim wood, overlaid with gold. Their hooks shall be of gold upon the 4 sockets of silver. Verse 33. And thou shalt hang up the veil under the taches, that thou mayest bring in thither within the veil the ark of the testimony, and the veil shall divide unto you between the holy place and the most holy. The holies of holies. Verse 34. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark of the testimony in the most holy place. Verse 35. And thou shalt set the table without the veil.
The table. Where's the Ark of Covenant sit?
The holy seat. Right. The Holy of Holies.
Where?
In front of it.
Behind the veil.
Is everybody lit up here?
Salakia?
Up here.
La'a.
Where's the Ark of the Covenant sit? I was down there. Where's the Ark of the Covenant sit in the temple?
What is it? The first part of the chamber? What is it? The front part?
It's right here.
Holies of holies. Oh, you talking about on the table?
Yeah, not on the table, but underneath the table, like where the pulpit is. It sits on the pulpit. That's why I said it separates the holy place from the holies of holies.
Mm-hmm.
It separates that from this. That's why what Passover was that when they brought the Ark of the Covenant in and Tabitha guarded it?
Oh man,
That was 2 years ago. Was it North Carolina?
Florida.
Oh, it was Florida.
It was Florida. They brought the Ark of the Covenant and Tabitha was guarding it. But the Ark of the Covenant sat in front of the.
Salakia. Salakia. That was in North Carolina.
Was
Right.
it North Carolina?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it sat in front of the what's the name? In front of the temple. I mean, in front of the generals.
Right.
And Tabitha sat in front of that to guard it. Right.
Right.
Separating the holies from the holy place from the holy of holies.
And it has a scroll in it too.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about what it has in it. It's just letting you know. It's telling you how to set up a temple.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's telling you how to set up a temple, how to set up a pulpit, how to build a temple, how to decorate the temple. The Lord is basically giving you step by step instruction on how to have a holy place.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
And thou shalt set the table without the veil, and the candlestick over against the table on the side of the tabernacle toward the south. And thou shalt put the table on the north side.
Right, go ahead. Is that it? Because you got to go to verse 3 on the next one, right?
Come on, sir. I got a few more.
Go ahead.
Verse 36, and thou shalt make an hanging for the door of the tent of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen wrought with needlework. Verse 37, and thou shalt make for the hanging 5 pillars of shittim wood and overlay them with gold, and their hooks shall be of gold, and thou shalt cast 5 sockets of brass for them.
Now it's telling you about the entrance to the temple. You know what I mean? And you hold it with brass so it can make a little. You know what I mean? To the entrance to the temple, it can make a little. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
Go ahead. I'm just envisioning it in the wilderness with all the tents around, and then they got this one big tent, and that's what they. You know, I'm just trying to envision it. So when they speak, I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to build it while they're speaking.
Right.
I just want to say too, we just got through, and when this happened, we just came out of Egypt where we had just built the pyramid. So this, to me, when we reading this, we might be reading this like, man, it's a lot. But Israel, after going through being slaves in Egypt for so long, they're probably like, oh, we could build this. And matter of fact, the sisters could help us. They could weave in that fine linen, and then we'll take care of the woodwork, and we'll put it all together together. We got Isupk, so it's gonna happen. But you know what I'm talking about? Like, we got all the tribes together gonna make this thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's when you're looking at it, you're like, oh man, it's a lot. But it's not a lot because it's damn near 400,000 people out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we growing more and more. You know how Israel got to have babies. In Israel, we gonna have babies, and we're growing more and more and more and more every day. So it's like you might think it's a lot, you know what I mean? But it's not for everybody to come in and, you know what I mean, and put these together and put that together, and you know what I mean. It's a lot. It's just as a team, as a group, as a whole, as a unit, it's not a lot. You know what I mean? Like, who thinks $1,000 is a lot? I think $1,000 is a lot too, right? But how many $20 make $100 deal? Make $100.
Like
5,
50.
right? So you take 5, you take 50 people, put $20. 50 people put $20 in, you got $1,000. Right? That's it. Don't and that's nothing, right? 50 people is nothing, right? When we had the opening of the Feast of Purim, it was more than 50 people here. Everybody
Right.
gave $20, we would have had $1,000. Simple. I'm just saying. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 27. And thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long, and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. Verse 2. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. His horns shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. Verse 3.
Talking about the corners of the temple on the outside, the horns of it, because you know it's all going like this. You know what I mean? So they talking about make the brass the corners because it's poking up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, y'all get me? Think like a circus tent. You know what I mean? But this circus tent got wood. It ain't. You know what I mean? It's the Lord's tent. You know, the Lord's tabernacle. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And thou shalt make his pans to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basins, and his flesh hooks, and his fire pans. All the vessels thereof shall make of brass.
Right. So now you're talking about the ornaments, the
Right, the ashtrays.
make it of brass. You know what I mean? So he don't want no plastic Jones. He wanted gold and brass. You know what I mean? He wants something for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the Lord is. The Lord ain't no like, oh man, just do it any type of way. Now the Lord like, hey, look, this how it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So when you make it a brass. That way it lasts a long time. It's a metal. You know, brass is a metal, so it lasts a long time. It lasts longer than these little plastic trinkets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You understand?
Call Khan.
You understand?
That's like it, sir.
What's going on?
This is the last verse, but just some of the vocabulary
Hey,
words.
somebody's in there.
Some of the vocabulary is important. So we're just talking about basins. Basin is the wine glass. Flesh hooks it says the 3-pronged fork for the sacrificial implement, like of course the sacrificing the meats and stuff. The vessel, the fire pans is the snuff dish or the tray for the ashes and stuff like that. I just wanted to mention that because that's what it's talking about.
Yeah, we need some fire pans too. You know what I mean? Getting the tablecloth dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all getting the tablecloth dirty. Y'all doing it. I don't be lighting up. it's
Well, it does say the veil is not on top of the table, but in front of it. So the table is supposed to be just the wood that's treated, I guess. You know what I'm talking about? So,
okay.
It's real specific. It even says that it faces south, so when we do the prayers, we know we're gonna be turning left. That's what it was talking. Like it's that specific. Of course, you know we where we at because we in hell, but you know what I'm talking about. Like we set it up how we can when we have complete control over everything. It's like it's gonna face to the south.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. The Lord, like, when I was in Christianity, story time from Kabar. When I was in Christianity, you know, we would read the Bible and like, you know what I mean? But then, like, when I got in ISUPK, we started reading the Bible, and I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like it's so precise. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like it can't be anything else, anybody else. It's just so precise. Like, you know what I mean? And then like when you're a student of history, like I am, like you get to thinking about history, like, no, You know what I mean? Slavery been happening, but this type of slavery is different. You know what I mean? Like it's without a shadow of a doubt.
Right.
That's it.
You know
Right.
what I mean? The Lord ain't leaving you to guess about nothing, about anything. You guessing about something, you don't have the right teachers. You know what I mean? Because I know if I got a question, I can call Officer Dawada. There's 5,000 all in Houston. There's ample amount of numbers I can call. And if they ain't got the answer, they gonna get the answer. You know what I mean? They gonna get the answer. They gonna call the generals or call somebody. Somebody got the answer. You dig what I'm saying? And then we gonna trickle it back down and get the answer. What's up?
Just to add what you're saying, it's like when in the Christian church, when you read the Bible in the Christian church, you read it with the spirit of somebody that's sleepy.
Right.
It's because that's what it is. Like, even I believe it's in Isaiah, it tells you that they're gonna be reading it like as if they don't know what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? But when we're reading it in here, it's like we could read some very specific stuff, like Israel had to go and deal with Moab, or you know what I mean? It'd be like Gomer and Magog and all that. Names that you would have read half asleep. Now we're like, oh, for real? Okay, then what? And then it's giving you the play-by-play, the whole schematic on how to build the altar and a tent. And you're like, okay, what's next? Because it's a different spirit. It's like we're actually waking up. Right. That's not what you get in the Christian church. You read the Bible in the Christian church because you're just trying to get through it so you can go eat lunch with your family. That's a whole different. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
Lord knows I'll be hungry.
Yeah. That's what you got out of that guy.
Yeah, Lord, no, because that's what I was waiting on in the Christian church. I was waiting to get out of there.
Go watch the Cowboys.
Right? Go watch the game. Go do whatever I was going to do, because all through the week you do whatever you want to do. Then church coming, you got to be a different person in church. But then you leave church and you smoking and drinking and doing whatever you're doing in the world. So it's like, you know what I mean? When you come in here in the ISUPK, you have to change.
Right.
Yeah. You have to change. You know what I mean? You come here, we teach your class, you damn near, your whole spirit is hurt. Like, yeah, I do need to change. Yeah. You know what I mean? So eventually either you're going to change or you're just going to stop coming because these niggas is real. You know what I mean? This is real. That's how we put it. We make it real. We're not making it. This ain't for play. This ain't no game. This is real life. You know what I mean? So either you're going to change or you're going to be like, you know what? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just not going to go because every time I go, it's rough. You know what I mean? And then when you stop coming, that's when life, that demon be like, I got you. You know what I mean? And the next time we see you, you look cracked out. I'm serious. Next time we see you, boy, you done lost weight. You skinny now. You just don't look like the same. Like, bro, this cannot be the same brother that was just, you know what I mean? Real talk. That's because you are cracked out. Christianity is crack.
Right.
You know what I mean? Christianity is crack. Fake Israelite groups is crack. It's worse than crack. They make you feel like you're doing something right. You know what I mean? At least a crackhead, he knows he's on crack and he needs to get off crack. Going to church and going to the fake Israelite groups, you don't know that you're doing it. You don't know that you're wrong. Think you're right. Think you good. You think, let's see, I'll serve the Lord. You know what I mean? I got fringes on my shirt. You know what I mean? But outwardly, you're over righteous. Inwardly, you're just a raging wolf looking for any sheep to devour. You know what I mean? You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We good?
Come on, that's good.
All right. With that, we can imagine, which means it stands. Not you. Not y'all.
No, yeah, because we're doing the prayer. Right? Oh,
no, we're not doing the prayer yet. Oh, well, I mean, I guess they can stand.
I'm just trying to do the prayer. Get that side?
I want the wine. You know what? Switch me spots, you call. Let me go ahead.
La Yasrala.
La Yasrala. You blow the horn right now?
Yeah, you blow it.
right, with that, Amadim, which means to stand. Sar, which means to turn. Panya Hapadam, which means to face towards the east. And we're going to finish with the Lord. We're going to finish with the prayers. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'ah, Ratzazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratiza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalano, Lakum, Kal, Yawam, Kasalakno, Kabawathno, Kabawathino, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayno, Run aside one, Abo, Hawashayno, Mayan, Rai, Hayah, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Watapara, I will love you. Come on.
Now we're going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Turn to the front. Blow the shofar. Step down. We're gonna. Yeah. We step down first. Step down and salute the scroll. Yeah. Officer Davidow, sir.
How about you have Shop Rock Young?
How about Simeon Shabrak Young?
Yahweh Shimyon Shabrak Young.
Yahweh Shimon Shabrak,
Yahweh Shemiyah Shabrak Yah.
Hold on. There you go. Start like that. There you go. Start like that. Go ahead.
No. Step out with your right foot. Bring them together. Step with your right foot out. I come back like this. Go like this. Not touch. How?
Sim outside for idea.
There you go.
Do just like he did.
No, you start like this.
Like this.
There you go.
Now step out with your right foot. Other foot. And step out with the other foot. Go like that. And come back in like this. And go like this. Now.
Yahweh Sim outside for idea.
There you go.
How about Simeon Shabrak Young?
All right. Blow the shofar one more time.
Okay.
Now we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Brothers Amijah, you need to stand. All right. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak,
Yahweh Simeon Shabrak Young.
God you Matah. Now we're going to start. Turn the page of sisters for one courtesy salute. Sisters, can you Imajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, right hand. Right. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak,
Yahweh
Shema Lataba Simeon Shah.
All right, so it's Yeah, Yahweh, Shamar, Alatha, Bahashim, Yahushai. Right. So it's Lord, watch over us in the name of Christ. Basically. All right. And all right, Yadi Matah. All right, class dismissed.